What does Putin's fifth-term inauguration signify for global politics? Vladimir Putin secures a fifth term as Russia's president, signaling a pivotal moment amid international tensions. The ceremony, boycotted by many Western nations, reflects a deepening global divide. Notable attendees like Steven Seagal underscore the event's unique blend of politics and celebrity. As the world watches, let's unfold the layers of this significant political event. Behind the grandeur of the Kremlin walls, a ceremony unfolds. Within the opulent halls, the air is thick with anticipation as Vladimir Putin steps forward to commence his fifth term as Russia's president. The setting is steeped in history, with the ornate architecture serving as a backdrop to a gathering of Russia's most influential figures. Prominent politicians, military leaders, and business moguls fill the room, their expressions a mix of pride and resolve. Amidst this domestic assembly, there are notable international faces as well. Representatives from India and China are present, their attendance signaling continuing and possibly deepening ties in a landscape increasingly defined by geopolitical rifts. However, the rows where Western diplomats might have sat are conspicuously empty, a silent testament to the growing chasm between Russia and much of the Western world. With each oath, the lines of global alliances seem to redraw themselves. Not just who attended but who didn't speaks volumes. In a world sharply divided, the recent inauguration of Vladimir Putin for his fifth term as Russia's president was as notable for its absences as it was for its attendances. Western nations, including the United States and several European Union countries, chose to boycott the event. A clear diplomatic snub in response to ongoing tensions and conflicts, particularly concerning Ukraine. This absence was not just a passive gesture but a loud statement on the global stage, echoing calls for continued isolation of Russia. Amidst this boycott, the presence of certain figures at the ceremony sparked its own controversies. Notably, Steven Seagal, the American actor and a staunch supporter of Putin, was among the attendees. His presence, given his celebrity status and political affiliations, drew mixed reactions, highlighting the complex interplay of culture, politics, and personal ideologies in international relations. The broader international reaction has been a mosaic of caution, criticism, and strategic alignments. Countries like India, despite the global pushback, maintained their diplomatic presence, underscoring the nuanced balance of international diplomacy, where geopolitical interests often weigh as heavily as ideological stances. In the dance of diplomacy, every presence and absence sends a message. A speech that promises continuity amidst chaos. In his recent inauguration speech, Vladimir Putin, now embarking on his fifth term as Russia's president, delivered a message steeped in the rhetoric of sovereignty and defiance. He articulated a vision of Russia as a fortress against what he described as the aggressive policies of the West. The tone was resolute, portraying Russia not just as a country under siege, but as one capable of holding its ground and shaping its destiny. Putin's speech was a masterclass in the art of political rhetoric, using language that evoked historical resilience and future ambition. He emphasized the sacred duty to protect and develop Russia, promising economic advancements, technological innovation, and enhanced global influence. This narrative is designed not only to resonate with his domestic audience, but also to send a clear message to the international community. Russia will not be swayed or intimidated. Yet, beneath the surface of these grand declarations, the speech also hinted at ongoing challenges, economic sanctions, diplomatic isolations, and internal dissent. How these issues are managed will be crucial for the stability and growth Putin promises. As the applause echoes in the Kremlin, the world ponders the implications of his words. As Putin solidifies his power, the world recalibrates its strategies. Vladimir Putin's inauguration for a fifth term as Russia's president isn't just a ceremonial reassertion of his leadership, it's a pivotal event with profound global repercussions. As tensions simmer between Russia and Ukraine, the extension of Putin's rule could signify a more entrenched conflict. The West, particularly the United States and European Union, might see this as a signal to bolster their support for Ukraine, potentially intensifying sanctions and diplomatic pressures. Beyond Europe, Putin's renewed presidency reshapes Russia's ties with major Asian powers. China, which has historically maintained a strategic partnership with Russia, may find this continuity beneficial for its Belt and Road Initiative and its broader aspirations in Eurasian geopolitics. Conversely, India, which attended the inauguration despite Western boycotts, might be positioning itself as a diplomatic intermediary, balancing its relationships between Russia and the West. Within the corridors of NATO and the European Union, strategic adjustments are imminent. These entities will likely recalibrate their defense and foreign policies to brace for a Russia that continues its assertive international posture under Putin's unyielded leadership. This could involve increased defense spending, enhanced military readiness, and possibly new alliances. On the home front, the implications of Putin's fifth term could lead to deeper nationalistic policies and a tighter grip on internal dissent. This domestic stability, perceived or real, could empower Putin to project even greater influence abroad, altering global dynamics in unpredictable ways. Every term brings new challenges and opportunities both for Russia and for the world. Another term, another tide of change. As we reflect on Vladimir Putin's fifth presidential inauguration, it's clear that this event is more than just a ceremonious occasion. It marks the continuation of a trajectory that could reshape not only Russia, but also its interactions on the global stage. Today we've delved into the intricate spectacle of the ceremony, the notable absences and presences, and the pledges made by Putin as he reassumes the mantle of leadership. Looking forward, the next 6 years loom large with possibilities and challenges. Could we see a Russia more entrenched in its ways, or one that seeks new paths in diplomacy? The responses from global powers have varied, with some opting for continued distance while others, like India, maintain their diplomatic engagements. The implications are vast. Russia's stance on issues like territorial conflicts, economic sanctions, and international alliances will significantly influence global geopolitics. As Putin's previous terms have shown us, his actions often ripple far beyond Russian borders, affecting everything from energy markets to regional security dynamics. As the curtain falls on today's ceremony, the global stage is set for a drama that will unfold in acts of diplomacy, conflict, and perhaps reconciliation.